July 24th, 2018. The dream that I woke up crying from. I've never dream logged, but for some reason I woke up just now compelled to do so. I literally woke up from a feeling that I cannot explain. It was like a culmination of all the feelings that I want to ever feel wrapped up in one moment. And the craziest part is that for the first time ever, last night, I tried a technique of giving my brain or subconscious an order or request before falling asleep. That order was that I wanted to manifest the abundance in life that I've always dreamt of. Literally, I went for the gusto and asked for tens of millions. And actually, the even crazier part is that it is 7:28 a.m. on Tuesday morning, and I haven't slept at all since Saturday night. I went to sleep last night at 4 a.m. after leaving the office. So I woke up completely out of the blue only after 3 hours of sleep and feel more energized at this moment than my typical morning. This truly is a sign from above. So here's how the dream went. It started in a park setting in which I had my own room. I think Elsa was with me, but I'm not sure. And for some reason, I saw my dad from afar, and from what I can recall, he was doing something with weed. But the part that woke me up was a completely different scene from that. In this scene, I was walking into a room full of about 6 people that I did not know who were eating what seemed like dinner at a table. One guy in particular caught my attention as he was a very, very big guy. They all greeted me and seemed nice, but then what happens next is what moved me. So I'm not sure how, but all of a sudden, one guy is no longer at the table, and you can see his chair ejected from under the table as if someone backed up, left, but did not push their chair back in. And there was also a door on the other side of the room that was open, showing someone had departed from the room. As I look back at the table, the big guy looks literally like he can't breathe as his face is getting very purple and red. It looked like he was choking on something, but a few seconds later, he burst into the most honest, sincere, compassionate cry of joy that I've ever witnessed. This guy was crying for joy because he was a chef, an aspiring chef, and the guy who walked out of the room was like an Anthony Bourdain type figure, who was a prominent figure in that industry. When the guy finally says why he was crying, he said this word for word: "I've been asking and working for this very moment for the past 2 years. It was at that moment that I was taken abruptly from that scene and placed in a car driving in a terrain that I could only compare to the mountainous regions of upstate New York. I was in the passenger seat crying my heart out in joy for the chef guy. I was crying because it touched me deep to see the look on this man's face. It was the most beautiful expression of emotion I've ever seen. I was happy for him. But soon after the dream became about me. It came together to show me that I can have the same experience of sheer ecstasy that man enjoyed if I do everything I have to do over the next 2 years. I can literally change my entire life based upon the decisions I decide to make from this point forward. My hopes and dreams are only 2 years away as well. This was my profound breakthrough moment. It did something to my neurons in my brain. And to make this whole thing even creepier, one of my first 2 or 3 entries in this journal, I explained this exact scenario in the form of a genie visiting me and showing me what my life can be if I work my ass off for the next 2 years. The feeling I'm having is giving me chills. The universe is beyond amazing. It is real, and it is everything. I love you. And nothing was the same. Peace. And bless yourself.